Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 4. We left off last episode planning our invasion of America. Fuck yeah. So the problem that we had was that our navy got a little bit on the wreck side. I played off screen for a little while, not really doing anything, just moving units around and letting my fleet build up. We have 3 CVs, which I feel in a fleet together would do perfectly fine. 3 carriers. I did see much higher numbers from the Americans, but hopefully, well, how many? I don't remember how many. Let's take one of our carriers. 50. I thought we had. Let's look at the Riga. Okay. 78 fighters, 30. Okay, so the Oral has a different. Can we change that? It has no history. How do we change that? Thought there was a little button for it. All right, so let's actually create a before we do that. How far away? Okay, so we have Project 72 Mark 1, another one almost done. So I think I'm gonna wait for this. It'll be done April 20. So next in a few weeks, this will be done. A 4th carrier would be amazing. Oh, and we actually just finished research on better destroyers. And we're working on cruisers. That's heavy cruisers. So what we can do... Well, we have spare dockyards here. Let's take that stuff off. Capital ships take that off. So that leaves... So that's our destroyer right there. So we're going to replace this destroyer with Tier 4. 9 days worth of production. Not a big deal. And I think that's fine. We crank out destroyers so fast. I don't necessarily think putting any more on is the way to go. So let's crank on capitals. There we go. Start cranking those capitals out. I'm gonna wait for one more carrier before I make an excursion. Oh fuck! You know what I forgot to do? Let's make sure like these are all set right here. I want to make sure everybody goes to Brittany. Brittany. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 4 carriers and the best battleships I have. Although, Tupolev Tu-16. Was that the tactile bomber? That was the tactile bomber. So we got all the best planes now. Got this done. Radar, we can do that. Air doctrine is done. Planes are basically done. Naval doctrine, we're still working on some of that, so we can do that. Ships. Do better submarines. There's super heavies. How does that compare? Oh, can we pull them both up? So that's the Stalingrad class. There we go. So let's look at, this is the super heavy, and this is the regular battleship. Manpower 10,000, sub-detection the same, shore bombardment up, evasion down, port capacity up, max speed down, HP up by a lot, piercing up by a good deal, much harder to build, surface detection much lower, surface visibility the same, firing range 3 kilometers further, guns are a little bit stronger, anti-air is weaker, max range is lower? God, no, I don't want to do that. The range is super important, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to go we're going to do this. We're going to start getting better subs, I guess. We could crank out subs. We could probably build a sub, you know, if we... With a couple lines, we could probably, get a sub out every 3 or 4 days. Probably do that. So we just have to wait a few weeks for the next project. Was it Project 21? Project 72. I don't know where I got 21 from. The next Project 72 carrier, which are named after cities. What is this? Americans lost a couple convoys. Oh, way out over here. Let's just keep an eye out on the world, making sure nothing weird's going on. I can't wait to invade the United States and see how this goes. We definitely need to give their Navy a good what for before we try this. I mean, we got it planned. We definitely have it planned. And I mean, this is a pretty ballsy move. Instead of jumping over from several other areas, just going straight across like that. And now that I say it out loud, it sounds like a stupid idea. Because we can go to Denmark first. Or not, well, with the left of Denmark. Iceland and Greenland. Or we can go over here to, like the Newfoundland area. That's feasible. But why don't we give the American Navy a good trouncing first? Oh, and before I forget, because I like to forget, planes. We're gonna need to switch out, not our strategic bombers, but all these tactical bombers. Tu-16 jet tactical bomber. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And I plan on getting a foothold. When I get a foothold, just building airports galore in it, or at least capturing airports that would be useful. Because I have such a powerful air force, it could really do a major number against the Americans. We have tier 2 jet tactical bombers, don't we? Or strategic? No, we only have the M4. Are we working on it? I thought I saw it. Nope, there wasn't a second one. Oh, my bad. Okay, that's fine. I thought there was another one, but there's not. No, a new battleship came off too while we were waiting for our carrier. I think I saw 11 American carriers. I think. But I'm not positive. We'll see. I mean, we're gonna go in with 4 and see how it goes. We do have those Stalingrad-class battleships. That's our first tier 4 destroyer right there. Oh, that was a heavy cruiser that popped in right there. That destroyer might be old. So I believe it was the 23rd it said it was going to finish. Yep, there it is. So what we're going to do is just do this, merge. And we're going to create a new fleet. We're going to do all carriers. And what we're going to do is, first things first, is grab the tier 4 battleships. Wish they were aligned by tier here, but they're not. That's 6 of them. 6 is not enough considering how the battles I fought. We'll take some other ones too. That's 10. How about 12 battleships? Take 16 battleships. And let's see. 3 is the best thing we got for everything else, so... Oh shit, I just took some crappy old destroyers, I think. No. Here, now we gotta do this. Select, create fleet, all light cruisers. And then I do not like this interface. I don't know if you guys can tell. I do not. Let's merge. And then create a new fleet. And then go to the bottom. So I was clicking too furiously. See, I see there's some tier 1s right there. We don't want those. Oh, god damn it, I just grabbed another one because I thought it was going the other way, but it wasn't going the other way. Motherfucker. Merge these units. So create a new fleet. For starters, I want to be able to, why can't I drag this out so I can see more? I need more stats on these guys, and I need them organized by tier, frankly. So like, and there's a bad tendency to double click by accident. So like I found 1 tier 4 in there. Now I have to sort through this list to see if there's any other tier 4 destroyers. I don't think there are, so these are heavy cruisers. I know the theory is the best I got right now. 12 heavy cruisers. I would just take them all. And then we could take some light cruisers. I mean, every once in a while you could see a double click in there. 12. Uh, 18. I wanted 20. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we go grab carriers in the battleship. So now we take these two, merge these together. That's 4 carriers, 16 battleships, 18 heavy cruisers, 20 light cruisers, and 20 destroyers. So what happened down here? I saw Mexican opposition. See, so the Mexican opposition is the Democratic branch. So my coup in Mexico failed again. So why don't we boost party popularity? Keep that going. Peru, you are... That's Democratic. Peru is Axis. But we can't... Well, we're boosting... Let's stage a coup in Peru. Let's see if we can do anything there. Did I actually confirm that? I didn't see if I did or not. Cancel booze. Okay, no, we are staging a coup. Okay. Alrighty, so now our fleet. I wanna get them engaged in battle and see what happens. Select. We need a commander. Spotting chance. Sure, well, you're a level 7, so you're awesome at everything. And you are gonna be on search and destroy here. And here, and here. Not here. Well, you're already going out, so let's see what happens. This is my best ships. Best ships. We should probably just... Here, why don't we do this? Let's delete your orders. I mean, there's no... We should be safe rather than sorry. Even though, I mean, at this point, it's just kind of for shits and giggles, but if we're gonna shit and giggle, let's shit correctly. Reykjavik, there you go. That'll be a lot easier. It's a lot less area to cover. And it's 77 days? 77 days. So, my fleet is technically... Oh! They immediately found a battle cruiser. A Canadian battle cruiser. The Dominion. And it got away? Oh, you guys suck. You let him get away. Oh, there's CV on CV. Whoa! That shit was happening up there. So we got four of our carriers versus 4 of their carriers. We outnumber them by fighters heavily. Nope. I saw 4. And then there's another 7 right here. This is like their whole carrier group. And they've got 5 battleships. All right, let's watch this shit. Too many carrier ships. Air traffic limited 20% of the air wings. Yeah, AI doesn't know about stacking penalties. We're firing on their battleships. It looks like most of them were sunk. California's taking hits. The Arizona and the California. I saw a ship exploded in there, I think. All right, now close on the carriers and sink. Well, something needs to be done about these interfaces, I feel. Not this one's fine. This one's okay. The actual battle screen, like, when a ship sinks, it doesn't, and it just, I know, you see it happening, there's, like, no emotion attached to it. Like, I sank 7 American battleships, and I was just like, meh. I don't know why. It's something about the universe. See, that's a really shitty criticism, though, because I don't really have a way of I don't have, advice on how to fix it. Americans lost 179 fighters, 28 close to dive bombers, basically, and 81 naval bombers. So, and we lost 11 planes. That's it, 11 planes. So the Americans got wrecked in that battle. Their surface fleet was absolutely hammered. It was like the, a Ruski on American version of the Great Marianas Turkey Shoot. Guys don't know what that is. You should look it up. It was basically when the, there's the CVs. Americans and the Japanese fleets fought each other after the Americans had done heavy damage to the Japanese surface fleet, the Battle of Midway. They had carriers still. They did have some carriers still, and that was, whoa, we sank 2 of their carriers. The Lexington and the Saratoga. But the problem was that the Japanese had lost lots and lots and lots of air crews, which had been, had years of combat experience, and those were not as easily replaced as carriers and planes. So when the Americans, who had new aircraft models in the works, new aircraft models like in the battle there, in terms of like Hellcats and things like that, and numbers. and intel and superior technology to what they had before. And the Japanese, they still had their same stuff, you know, Zeros and whatnot were good, their carriers were good, and with maybe the exception of damage control procedures and things like that. It was, they call it the turkey shoot because it was inexperienced Japanese fighter pilots and bomber pilots fighting experienced, there's two more, the Bennington and the Franklin. This is what I was looking for, is taking the American carriers out. You know, it's basically experience versus inexperience. People who had very little training against experienced air crews, and it was just a slaughter. Just a slaughter. We got another one that we sank, the Bonhomme Richard. All right, they lost the Kearsarge and the Hornet. These are some effective ships. God damn it. They don't even, there's no planes left. There are no planes left. All right, so I think I might change these guys. Okay, their mission is complete. There's some damage to the fleet, mild damage to a couple ships, but that's okay. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have them cancel this. I'm gonna have them convoy raid the East Coast and see if they don't sink. I don't know if there's any convoys going in or out here. I honestly don't, but I guess we'll find out. We just got a new class of light cruiser. Yep, we just got a new class of light cruiser done. The land doctrine's all done. Arty is all done, with the exception of rocket arty, which I've been using. This is 1957, it's 1951, so we're good there. Support companies, we could start working on other support companies if we really wanted to. 9 years ahead on that. Lots and lots and lots of ahead. So, Marines, go for it. We're running out of tech. There's a big tech gap between like 1945 and 1957. Alright, so what do you got? How many days have passed? Only 26. See, now I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I should have just taken the East Coast. It would have been easy. There aren't any American ships left. They're just not there. So if we want, we could go send out this fleet. Oh, another carrier was completed while we were doing that. While we were wrecking the American surface fleet. Well, these are the ones that just completed 2 Stalingrad-class battleships, 2 destroyers, 2 light cruisers, a heavy cruiser, 2 battleships, and a carrier, all completed in that time. We need to go in here. And we switch out, well, we'll change that to 1. Change that to 1. We'll change out the light cruisers. So now we put in the light cruiser. Didn't actually get a lot of naval experience for that at all. Light cruiser. Light cruiser. I imagine that we are looking good in here. Yes! Mechanized troops are good. Wow, 150,000 artillery pieces in the bank. 8,400 strategic bombers. Only 260 jet strategic bombers, though. 34,000 fighters, including, well, that's piston fighters. 13,500 jet fighters. 6,000 tactical bombers. It's basically the combined industrial might of this side of the planet. Well, with the exception of a couple areas, but no big deal. Florida coast. Naval combat off the Florida coast. They lost another carrier, the Tarawa, and the Ranger. So there is, to my knowledge, and 1 American carrier left in their surface fleet. Well, at least in their Atlantic fleet. I'm pretty stoked about that myself. 1. Just 1. That went a lot smoother than I anticipated, honestly. I thought that was going to be a much bigger slogfest, but I think because you can't DoomStack carriers, and that's all the AI really knows how to do, I think that kind of boned him. Those tier 4 destroyers. You have no idea how much I am looking forward to the DLCs for this game. because I feel like there's a lot of potential that's gone that's not really getting utilized. Mechanized. So we're at 20 here. We can go mechanized. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, no, that wasn't it. Well, we want to go back. Let's remove these. And what we want to do is, I don't think I can do armored battalions, self-propelled anti-air, self-propelled or tank destroyer, and then self-propelled artillery. So we get some mechanized, and we bring in the support units for the heavy tanks. The soft attack goes up about 100. Defense goes down a little bit, though. Breakthrough goes down a little, but that's okay, though. What we could also do is aim for a different combat with these guys. Is that the Franklin D. Roosevelt? I just closed off that. Yep, there he goes. I just closed off that whole thing I was looking at. Doing, I think. The Grand Fleet. Grand Battle Fleet. Yeah, you're doing that. We successfully sank a couple convoys near Japan. And what do we sink over here? The Devonshire. A British heavy cruiser. Yeah, our fleet's definitely cranking now. I just want to replace motorized... Oh, it's actually... I did save it. My bad. Because right now everything's set to 20, I believe. Why do we have two different... 22 units use this template. 53 use this one. What's the difference? This is mechanized, armored, and then it's filled out. This one is... Huh. I would like to change all of them out for this one. The cavalry division has got the correct template, the template I want to use. Well, they should all be in here. And I should be able to select all and change the template to this one. Should do it. So now if we go through, we should just be able to go yeah. Some of these should be correct. Not you. Well, why are you in the armored? You shouldn't have been in the armor. That was a mistake. These are heavy tanks. Did I just change out heavy tanks for regular tanks? Those are heavy tanks. No, I didn't. Heavy tanks, regular tanks. You. Okay. Now we should be able to go in here. I didn't notice that. I don't know if anybody else noticed that either. There are 4 units still using this somewhere. I don't know where they are. So these guys are all waiting. We changed out their template. So it looks like these ones were using the regular template. These ones were not. They're waiting for mechanized troops, small arms, self-propelled artillery, tank destroyer, self-propelled anti-air, support equipment, and light tanks. I mean, they should get out there pretty handily. Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Now it's just waiting on manpower, I think. Okay. I don't know where those last 4 guys are. The only thing I could think is maybe they're mixed in with heavy. There's one. Nope, he's got the right kind. Heavy tank. These are all heavy tanks. And then there's these 3 down here that are not heavy tanks. Let's actually do this. Just make it easy. Make it nice and simple. Heavy tank. Good. You guys are good. They gotta be attached in somewhere. These ones are gonna get... Whoa. It says heavy tank right there. Oh, so it didn't change the name. Why would it change the name? This guy, he's gonna be a heavy... I'm just trying to make it easy for myself, basically. I love me some... Fighting the Americans, love me some heavy tanks. So they gotta be around someplace. Some spare paratroopers. Some regular paratroopers. There's 4 somewhere in the world. They might not be... The thing is, they might not be attached to an army. Mountains. You know what we could do? Select all. Change. Mountain. Boom. Make them all mountain troops. A whole mountain army. I'm just looking for tanks, you know, tanks that got attached somewhere. Not seeing them. They're around somewhere, but they're not attached is the thing. They're not attached to anything. So I don't know where they are, because there's not like an outliner for unattached units, I don't think. You're not attached to anybody. So go have fun with that guy. Don't know. Don't know where they are. Unless I misread that. It's always possible. Nope. Well, so I'm not using this anymore, so get rid of that. I must have misread that. Because we're not using that anymore. So I got him. Cool. So, American coastline is vacant. We're gonna take Denmark first just for poops and giggles. So what we're gonna do is take this fleet, we're just gonna take the whole damn thing, merge them together. You are gonna go, you're on fire at will. We're just, I guess we just do patrol here, here, and here. And then you guys should be good to go, right? Well, yeah, there we go, okay. Well, let's take Denmark, or I keep saying Denmark just because it says Denmark, Iceland, and then we're going to call it an episode, and we can hop our way across safe-like if we so choose. We can go into Canada and take some air bases if we really want, and then just blast the ever-loving hell out of America with jet tactical bombers. That could be fun. We have pretty long ranges on our tactical bombers, our fighters, and our strategic bombers, because they're the jet ones. They're at least 5,000 kilometers on the strategic ones, I think. "22 divisions are coming for you. The whole army. It's only short, too. 2 to make a full army. I doubt there's anybody over here, either. Go slower, ships. Go slower. Look at the nukes we got saved up, too. I forgot about that. Free civvy factories. We'll take care of that, too. Whoop, 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 whoop. Reykjavik. No, there's nobody there. So we just have, like, one... That was really anticlimactic. Can you just walk over here and then walk back for the sake of it being pretty? And then we can plan out a new one. Okay, everybody, we're going to leave this right here. If you have enjoyed it, please just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 4, just subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.